Hey there, true believers. Ryan Kizaragi here with another Let's Unpack Kingdom Death Monster. Last time we unpacked the Green Armor Knight expansion. If you hear a rattling, that's Marshmallow being a terror because I'm doing something that doesn't involve her. So, last time we did that, and this time we are going to unpack my first monster expansion, the Lion God. That was a terrible... There we go. That's better. That's better right there. The Lion God. Hello. I knew you'd be here. And you're gonna... No? You're gonna bite me still? Okay. Well, we'll talk to Marshmallow later. Hopefully she'll cooperate. So, let's go ahead and unpack, shall we? Startled you. Don't do that. Well, I shouldn't do that, rather. You didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who startled you. So, let's open this up, shall we? Let's be sure to put the knife away because of the kitten. Put the knife away. Okay. Now, how am I going to open this? How does this open? Oh, there it is. There's a tab. Normal, regular box. So let's take a look inside. There is a deck of cards. We'll take a look at these when it's time to look at that. Let's start with the gear thing. We'll look at that as well when the time comes to do that. But we have the big old bag of spruces to take a look at real fast. Let's see, how am I going to open this? Just pop it, I suppose. Seemed to work. Okay, here is the base for this guy. This is a massive base. It's a 100M base. I've only ever shown you 30. So yeah, that's 100. That's massive. And then let's just show you one of these because I don't want to dig all of these out. Those are the parts of the monster. You'll get a picture of all the spruces when I actually show this off on the side. But this is a very large monster. It's a lot of big pieces though, so that's cool at least. It's a lot of big pieces. So this shouldn't be that hard to build, which is great. I like easy to build things. Put that away. I'm gonna put this back in here when I'm done. But okay, there's two things. Oh, okay, lost a thing in there. Hold on, lost a thing. Hold on, there's a thing in here. I lost it. Ruined everything. Where is it? Ruined everything. Rain ruined everything. Oh, it's the dividers. for the box, the dividers. So that's cool. I can now officially put the Lion God cards into my core box. So that's cool. And have them all set aside. This has a box I can hide things in. Unlike the Green Knight, I can actually hide the sensitive bits from the kitten. So we got dividers, that's always a good sign. And we have a board of terrain tiles. I guess these are new terrain features. Looks like miniature lion gods or something, and then a big hole in the ground looking thing. So that's cool. Set that there to deter the kitten from chewing. And and a rules book. Rules booklet. Big old rule booklet. So let's take a look in here. I don't know what I can actually show you out of this. I'm not going to stick on this too long. This is just me reading things. There's a Necromancer secret fighting art. That's neat. And there's a story, which has beautiful art. I'll probably show pictures of the absolutely beautiful art, because this game has such pretty art. Toughness 14 level 1. That's quite a bit. Then 21 at maximum. That's really good. And he doesn't have his own resource deck because he just gives you iron, which is fine. Iron's pretty useful anyway, so that's pretty okay. And I was right, it is a hole in the ground. There's a descent event that rhymed, where you can go and you can get stuff like broken lanterns, which are fine. Trip inch, I don't know what that is at all. Old blue box, that's interesting. We'll have to look into the gear and see what those are. Then there's a knowledge worm, which just sounds horrifying. Oh, and here's a guy trying to swallow the aforementioned worm. That's pretty. I'm not showing you that one. That's not what we're going to be looking at. And there's little scary bits. Oh no, it's too scary for a kitty. You can't look at that. It's too scary for a kitty. It's not too scary for a kitty. She'll be okay. Okay, let's take a look at the miniature little gear cards. Let me try to open this without using my teeth. Let's just use my teeth. Perfect. Flawless. Put that behind me so I can sit on it for a little while. And let's see what we have here in the gear. We have Ancient Lion Claws. I'll be showing pictures on the side. That one, that way. Pictures on the side as I do this. The Ancient Lion Claws. Two-hand, -1 evasion. That's not great. +2 strength when using daggers or guitars. That's neat, and you can pounce for 5 squares. That's pretty cool. The Golden Plate. It's made of gold, so it's -1 evasion, which is fine. And when you depart, gain 2 armor at all locations when wearing fur armor. Interesting. The Lion God statue. Could you please not try to eat? No. What? She is like full on like being a butt right now. You're being a butt. Well, in front of the whole internet can see you misbehaving. We see the Lion God statue, which is a unique accessory, -1 evasion. That's not great. And you gain 1 strength for every red affinity you have. That's actually not that bad, especially if you have a lot of red affinities. The Bone Witch tattoo at the start of your act. You spend 3 insanity to gain survival, or 1 survival to gain 3 insanity. Both of those are useful resources, so that's pretty neat. The Butcher's Blood. For every 10 insanity you have, gain +1 strength and +1 speed, which is very, very good. Strength is very appreciative, and certain builds would appreciate speed. Glyph of Solitude, +2 accuracy. Very nice. You are deaf. That's not good. You cannot encourage. That's also bad. None of this is really good. All this is kind of like situationally at best good. I don't know how I like this gear. The lantern other thing. You start the showdown in any unoccupied board space. That's good. This is good. Do more of these things. That's good. Then the death whatever. It's cursed, which means you can't trade it to anybody. On a perfect hit, gain D10 insanity and -4 to all brain trauma rolls. That's bad. That -4 to the trauma rolls. That's bad. That's real bad. And then the Necromancer's Eye, which is a head armor, gives you 2 armor, which is fine. Ignore blind. That's really good. Reveal the spend your action to reveal the next four monster hit locations. Put them back in any order. That's really good. This is amazing. This is amazing. The rest of that's kind of garbage. This is amazing. This is good. The Necromancer's Eye is really good. So that's cool. Very good. The gear really hit and miss, but when it hits real good. Because the only thing you can do right now to hunt through the monster location deck is, I think it's the Rawhide Headband is the one that does that, and that lets you look at the next 1 card, the top card, and see if you want it or you want to send it to the bottom of the deck. That's it. This lets you look at 4 and shift them around, so you can just keep pushing the trap card to the bottom of the deck. That's real good. You may never see the trap when you have that card. That's good. Like that. I guess I'll just use my teeth to get this open too. Actually, no, the kitten's elsewhere. I can use the knife again. It's safe to use the knife now, because the kitten's away. Eventually, I'll have a proper room to do unpacks and other things that don't have kitten access. But for right now, kitten is here. Well, not here. She's getting some water right now. So we should hurry and get this done before she comes back. Okay, the big brick O cards. I'm not going to go through all of these because there's a million cards here. We have the Lion God's basic action card. He does 4 damage. That's then knockback 7. Oh, that's real strong. This guy hits like a truck. That's not very good for survivors. Then we have this Necromancer fighting art. When you depart, gain armor to all hit locations. With for each card in your group with the symbol keyword. If you roll a severe injury, roll the worm trauma instead. So let's turn that over. And okay, you can die on a low roll, gain bleed tokens, gain insanity and bleed tokens. If you have 5 bleed, you die. That's what that is. Bleed and insanity, bleed and strength token, and knock down and gain iron. That's pretty good if you roll high. If you roll low, that's same as if you had a normal injury table. So that's not real good. And we have this knowledge worm. Excuse me. Do you mind not eating my headphone cord? You were so good earlier. Before I started recording, you were so good, and you got so bad. So bad as soon as I started doing stuff. The knowledge worm. Add a scrap. Scrap is good. Departing survivors gain 3 survival and 3 insanity. If any of them have 10 insanity, you do the gracious host event. That's where you eat the worm. So that's not spectacular. We have new disorder cards like Delicious, Enfeebled, Stark Raving, and Tunnel Vision. And Stark Raving, you are always insane, regardless of your insanity. Neat. Then we have a couple terrain cards for our new cards, a Sinkhole and the Lion Statue. You can re-roll story events if you do well on the Lion Statue, and you can do the dungeon delving on the Sinkhole. That's cool. And we have new fighting arts. There's 4 of them. New fighting arts. Burning Focus. If you have 0 survival at the start of your act, gain a survival. Very cool. Heroic, Ruthless, and Unrelenting. Cool. I'm a fan of new fighting arts. Always cool to add those to my deck. Oh, and then we have the actual cards from the monsters deck. I'm just gonna show you this is the monster AI deck. This section of the cards. This has all of his basic attacks, his Bs, his As, his Ls, and his Ss. Let's take a look at the Ls, because those are the ones that are going to be interesting. The L is an interesting one. That's a legendary card. When Woeful Majesty comes into play, draw an AI card. The next time he shuffles his AI deck, place all AI cards from the AI deck and discard pile into the wound stack. Shuffle the wound stack, then heal 1 for each survivor. Okay, so basically, he can heal himself or hurt himself tremendously. Set all survivors' bleeding tokens to 4. Oh, that's bad. Destroy all armor. Also, all survivors' insanity and survival to 0. Okay, so this just resets the fight, so everyone's on their lowest health. That's terrifying. Divine Prowess. All cards are relentless. Don't know what that means. Immaculate Intuition. All survivors in the Lion God's field of view are threats. Ignore any effects that say otherwise. That's bad. Then we have Heft, which I guess is one of his core things. Full move the monster for the closest impassable terrain tile. Then, if the monster is adjacent to it, remove it from the showdown board. Otherwise basic attack. That's fine. So you can pick things up. And Hollow Earth, whenever any impassable terrain tile becomes archived, not hefted, roll a d10 on a 6+, a hidden passage to the necropolis is revealed, place a sinkhole terrain, and then you do that. So that's interesting. He has a lot of like really big area of effect things, and a lot of like let's just screw with the board cards. That's real cool. I like that a lot. He looks like he's gonna be real hard to beat. And then we have his hit location deck. These are where you hit the monster and all the effects that happen. Let's take a look at a couple of these. There's two that I really want to look at, assuming he has the one, because I know he'll have the trap, but I don't know if he'll have a death blow. He does not have a death blow card. That's strange, because every monster has a death blow card. It gives you bonuses when you kill them at that location. He doesn't, so that's cool. Let's see his trap, though. His trap card. Oh no, is the trap card. Survivors are doomed, meaning you can't spend survival. Full move toward the attacker. All survivors adjacent to the lion god suffer bash, so you get knocked over. Attacker suffers monster level plus 5 damage to two random locations and knockback 10. Jesus. Survivors wearing heavy armor instead are knockback 20. My good Christ. Sheesh. Archive any impassable terrain the server collides with. So he basically smacks you through things that are unbreakable. That's bad. If the attacker encounters a board edge, roll a d10. On a 6+, they suffer 10 brain damage. On a 1 to 5, they fly into the darkness and are dead. He can immediately kill you with this. That is very, very scary. This is a very scary monster. You being good now? Being good now? Yeah. You're watching me on the computer, aren't you? She's good. She behaves a lot of the time, just not now when I'm doing stuff. So he looks real scary to fight. I'm really down for this now because he looks real scary. And these are the hunt cards, the hunt events, because when you go to fight a monster, you first must get to the monster, and then you can fight them. These are the things that can happen along the way. His deck is pretty standard size, really, like 8 cards. Yeah, 8 cards exactly, actually. I'm not going to read any of these off because there's a lot of text on the rolling, so I'll figure that out when I get to the game. It's a fair size deck, though. And then his strange resource cards. These are the strange things you get, I imagine, from events. And these are the old blue box. Okay, this is a thing. It counts as scrap, and during the summit phase, you may perform death reading. Okay, that's the event that lets you do stuff. And then the trip inch. When you gain this, gain 3 insanity, and then you can death reading. So, okay, these are all just the random things you can find. Oh, and the trap inch is a hide or a scrap. So you just find these things, and then you can do stuff back at town. That's cool. I think this monster is real scary. I'm actually really when do you even fight him? When do you even fight him? That's something else I didn't look at. You're 13. Okay, so about halfway through the game, like over halfway, you fight him, and it shows. He hits real hard. He does a lot of real nonsense things, and yeah, I'm looking forward to fighting him. This is pretty cool. I'll show you guys the model when it's done. I have to do that for a lot of those other unpacks to show the models off. I'm behind a lot. But I hope you guys had fun with this, and I will see you next time with another Let's Unpack Kingdom Death Monster, or another Let's Play video, or a Let's Build video, depending on what you guys want to do. So, hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you then. So, till then, Rank and Marshmallow. Out.